Hey everybody, the Banga's back. Welcome to part 16 of Let's Play Xenogears. Alright, it's time for us to head over to Nisan now. I just realized you can actually go to the secret path through the Yggdrasil, so I guess we'll do that. That'll probably be better for us. Also, I tried to level up some death blows a lot more since then. And, get some money from spirit troopers, because I was a little short on that too. And I realized something, which I'm pretty sure I realized it earlier and just didn't get around to it to bring it up. Oh, maybe we should go over once I get control of my character first. Now I see why you came down to the surface. Alright, I understand you. But Karen Ramses, taking over the post of Ave is pretty annoying. The home country might have had some special reasons. Yeah, obviously. But perhaps there is still a chance of success. You and I, who used to be called Elements at the Commander's Training School, Jugend, are both here. Hope you're alright. By the way, she is still... According to Faye, there was a female aide on Kar's side. And he said that she had indigo blue eyes and hair. So it must be her. Wait, indigo hair as well? So all the old Elements members are on the surface world now. I guess so. Hyuga, to be honest with you, she scares me. She supports Kar and is kind to anyone. I know that very well. Sometimes I felt a strange fear in her. That bothers me more than Kar being in this land. That cannot be true. Not in her. Yeah, I don't want to believe it either. But don't you remember how I could always sense these things quite accurately? Right. By the way, have you told the young one yet? No, not yet. I don't want him to worry until we know exactly what Solaris' objectives really are. But I have to tell him eventually, though. Anyway, Hyuga, have you gotten any information? Not really. I left her before going into the center section. Faye! Oh, it's you, Bart? Don't scare me. Sorry, Dory. Sounds like Sig and your doctor friend know each other pretty darn well. Sig. Damn. I thought I knew everything about that guy. When did Doc get back? Oh, we're only just now going through the secret path. Usually that takes a bit quicker. Unless that dialogue was happening while we were traveling there. It would have a little bit of immersion involved, I guess. Alright, so once we go over our controls again, I can go over the death blows. I'll complete the remaining checks on board. I'll leave the rest up to you, Nisan. As you wish. I'll have the honor of accompanying the others. Hi. Bartholomew! Healthy as ever, I hope? Yeah. How's the town? Since we got word several days ago that there might be an army advancing for the royal capital, the sex representatives have been in discussion. What have they come up with? For now, they just plan to improve the local defenses. Also, anti-Shakan people have been gathering here, probably because they heard about what's going on. That's reassuring. Yes. However, the residents are starting to feel uneasy. People are starting to take refuge up north in the mountains. Can't blame them. By the way, how's Marguerite? Better than we thought, but I know she was in a lot of grief. Speaking of which, there she is. Marguerite! I'm so glad you're safe. Thanks! All the townspeople are overjoyed by the Great Mother's return. Alright, Alright, so now's our chance to go over the death blow as well. Probably not so much for Citan, because we only just got control of him. Only recently! Speaking of that, we might as well just change his equipment. We still got those iron mails, right? Oh wow, he really needed that. What about a new cap? Okay, maybe not so much. Alright, step shoes just increases evade by +2. Is that really what I want? I don't know, his ether defense seems pretty good at 18. But I could probably double it with Ether Veiler. I'm not going to worry about evasion that much, because it's still pretty high at 24%. Oh yeah, the death blows. I managed to get, like, Hoten learned on Faye, which is like triangle, 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 X. Now, as you can see, the other ones, like Tenbu and Koho, for instance, already have their experience maxed. And I forgot to mention, and I should have known this, like, right from the start, you had to be at a certain character level as well to be able to use them. So with only, like, in the mid-20s, I won't have access to Tenbu for a while. Maybe I wouldn't have access to Koho until maybe, like, late 30s or even the 40s. So it's a good idea to just try to get them mastered now. That way you'll have them ready as you level up. Bard pretty much has Dynamic now, which is great. But the other ones, like Astral, Bracer, and Justice, won't be able to be in use for a while. So, in terms of, like, Astral, I think that's Triangle, Square, X. Bracer is, like, Square, Triangle, X. And Justice is XX. As for Citan, of course, since we didn't have him in the party, he couldn't really do anything. But most of the inputs for, like, death blows are pretty much the same universally. So maybe Citan will be able to finally use, like, 6 AP moves? I'm not sure if he's at the right level. I mean, he should be. We can probably check next time we're in a fight. But for now, let's just go through Nisan. This time we're actually supposed to be here. Wow! It's been such a long time since I left here. And she runs off again. Well, first of all, we should accompany Marguerite to meet the sisters. Huh? What is it, old Mason? Goodness gracious me! To think that little Miss Marguerite was finally able to return here. It's so awfully moving. But, hey! Pull yourself together, old man! Forgive me. How terribly embarrassing. I couldn't help it. I should go back and give some instructions to the men left on the ship. Please, young master. Go ahead and escort Miss Marguerite up to see the sisters. Excuse me now. Alright, you go on doing your own thing. We should probably do some shopping. Now that I've gotten a little bit of extra money from Spirit Troopers, might as well make good use of it. Hold on, I'm trying to remember where the shop was. Oh, there it is. Come on in. What items do you have for sale? Like standard items? Oh, all that stuff? Yeah, trading in Black Moon Forest, if you're fighting forest elves or whatever they're called, you get a lot of Zetasol this way. And you know what? I could really use some extra Omega Sol. The sad thing about training in Black Moon Forest, you don't really get any money from them. Because they're not like human enemies. Double support effect items times? Probably gonna say no to that. As much as I'd like to have, like, a little bit of everything I could use, it's just too expensive. Young master, the old man from the gun room sent me here for supplies. If you want, I can also get gear parts you may need. Just tell me. Whoa, good preparations! If that's the case, please get the parts we need. We're probably not gonna get anything new. Most of this stuff we already have. Magnetic coats? Do I really need another one? I'm gonna say no to that for now. Prevents loss of armor defense. You know what, let's get one of those. Even if we don't outright use it, it's good to have. Is there really, like, no place to sell, like, human armor? I guess not. But then again, do we really need it at this time? I think we're pretty good. Hi. These are the people who took care of me when I was small. Okay. Then why aren't we going to the cathedral? What's stopping you? Oh, Bart! I'm glad you're well. The people at the hidden port contacted us just before you came into town. I've already contacted the monastery. Please take Margie up there as soon as possible. She'll be so happy. Not to mention the sisters. I must hurry and see the sisters. Well, in that case, so should we. I'm thinking, last time I was here, I didn't even visit the cathedral. Margie! Those aren't the lyrics. Those are pretty easy songs to remember. It's just like, oh. You don't even need words. Margie! I'm back, everyone! Oh, Margie. We're so glad you're safe. Yes, it is all thanks to Bart and his men. We just received word. So we were singing a hymn of praise and joy. We're so happy. Oh, what a relief. Welcome back, Margie. We had faith that you and your cousin Bart would one day return safely. We and your other friends have been waiting for you. Sister Agnes! I don't know if that has anything to do with, like, Bravely Default, so it might be pronounced Agnes. But then again, Bravely Default didn't come out for, like, what? You know, just 15 years after Xenogears? Or more than that? Unfortunately, your mother and the Blessed Royal Mother... I know, Sister Agnes. I heard about it at the royal capital. But at least I made it back. I'll never go anywhere, or leave you from now on. I won't make you all worry anymore, ever again. Bless you, my dear. Sister Agnes, this just isn't like you at all. Here I am back, safe and sound. Can't you rebuke me just a little, for old time's sake? Ha! I'm sorry. But I'm just so happy that I cannot help but... Sister. There is no reason to be so solemnly quiet. Well, everyone. To celebrate the return of our dear sister Margie, and to express our joy to heaven, let us finish singing our hymn. Thank you, and bless you all. Oh yes, sister. May I go upstairs? It's been oh so long, so I want to have a look around up there too. Oh, but of course, dear. Don't even think of holding back from anything. Except for one thing. Never stay away so long like that again. Haha, I knew you'd say that. Now that's the Agnes I know. Margie, I am so glad. Alright, where were we? Oh yeah, we're at the ah part. It's been a while since the last time I was here. Something wrong, Margie? Nothing. It's just... I guess I got a little emotional. Anyhow, take it easy for a while. You put up with enough, okay? If you're trying to make me cry, you'll fail. Oh yes! I'll show Faye and Citan around our cathedral. Follow me. Bert, you might as well come too. What a strong girl she is. It is obvious that she really wants to just break down and cry. Yeah, you're right. That's just the way she has always been. For all her talk, she understands her position well. Maybe there are a few things I could learn from her too. Alright, which way did she go? Oh, there she is. You shouldn't, like, stand in a doorway, Margie. We go up to the gallery on the second floor from here. Racia. Oh, if you just run into her, she stops? How does that work? Like, I'm behind her, not in front of her. Okay, I'll just let her go. Because I don't want to waste everyone's time. That is weird that you can actually do that. Like, running behind her. Not in front of her, but behind her. I guess that's to make it so you don't rush. Alright, we got a really nice view. How magnificent! If we ever got scolded for pranks as kids, Bert and I used to hide here. Hey, stop telling those old stories. It's embarrassing. But to me, Bert hasn't changed much since then. Ooh. What? You mean that you think I'm still a kid? Maybe that's exactly what she's saying. What's it to ya? I like the view from here the best. I mean, it is a really nice view. You can see all the lights and everything, all the candles, the statues. Like, you can see pretty much everything. Yes, this is breathtaking. Light from outside shining through the stained glass of the cathedral's front. What a brilliant piece of artistry this is. Did you notice that the two great angels only have one wing each? According to a legend handed down in Nisan, God could have created humans perfectly. But then humans would not have helped each other. So that is what these great single-winged angels symbolizes. In order to fly, they are dependent on one another. Oh, that is a nice symbolry. Ah, so that is the reason for it. I see. On further inspection, the left angel looks somewhat masculine, while the right one looks somewhat feminine. Now that is an unusual feature, is it not? Usually these depictions are not gender-specific, but these angels are clearly distinguishable as having opposing genders. And the space between them is the path from where God advents. Or could it be the path leading to God? Well, I do not know. It could be either, or even both. Now I see. This all coincides with the teachings of Nisan. Man, you just know everything, Doc. Haha! Why, Dr. Citan Izuki, you are an amusing fellow. Oh, excuse me. It is a habit of mine. The doc knows a lot about a lot of things. Sometimes I can't even understand what he's talking about. Ha! Forcing them to fly together? It would be less bothersome if they could fly on their own, don't you think, Faye? Bart, you missed the deeper meaning and beauty of it. He's just looking at it from a practical standpoint. Someday, I wish I could be of help to someone like that. Oh, we haven't even visited the room of Sophia yet, have we? You're really supposed to go through some procedures before you can see it. But this time I think it'll be alright if I make a special exception. Sophia? Yes, Sophia. She is revered as the founding mother of the Nisan nation, and the founder of the Nisan religion who set forth its teachings. There is a special room upstairs that has a portrait of Mother Sophia in it. I would definitely like to see that view, Faye. Let's go have a look at it. Oh, she won't stop if I push her from behind here. Oh, only if I... Yeah, she does. Oh, I can't even run past her. Alright, lead the way. So what happens if we get caught anyway? What happens? Do we just get excommunicated or just go straight to hell? You really need to fill us in on that, so we know the risks involved for getting caught. Alright, you're just gonna let us go in, so we take the blame. Wait, this is just an empty room. Why do there need to be procedures for this? Oh my. What an exquisite portrait! And the beautiful young lady portrayed is quite beyond comparison, too. What is more, this looks rather familiar. What do you think, Faye? Yes, I was just thinking the same thing. The hair is a different color, but the atmosphere or personality about her is exactly the same. What? Hair color? What do you mean? What do I mean? Look! It's a girl I met in the forest. It's Ellie! I mean, there's something about her that's just like Ellie. You don't think so? Well, I can't even see the painting, so I can't agree. Yes. Now that you mention it, she does resemble Ellie. Yeah, I'm sure Bart is really liking this conversation. But that is not what I was talking about. I meant that the brush techniques and overall style used in this picture is similar to yours. Really? And that cross looks very similar too. It's like it dangles like a pendulum. Does it... First of all, I'm nowhere near as good an artist. No, it is very similar to your style. But somehow, I can sense an atmosphere of sadness in this picture. She is smiling, but in a way gives the impression that she is anxious. Perhaps the picture is reflecting her inner self? Or perhaps it is the inner feelings of the artist being conveyed. Ah! If you look closely, you will notice that the painting is not completely finished. Yeah, look in the lower right. The artist put his brushes down when it was near completion. Why is that? I don't know. But my grandmother might have known about it. Oh! What if we asked Agnes? She may know something. Wait, I thought we weren't supposed to be in here. Alright then. I'll be with Sister Agnes. Well, shall we head back to the town for now? Yes, alright. But this painting has caught my curiosity. Do you mind if I speak to Sister Agnes before we head back to town? No, you know we're not supposed to be here! Yeah, okay. I'll stop by her room on the way out. Uh-oh. Lakan. Is something wrong, Faye? You look like you're daydreaming. Huh? No, it's nothing. Every time you say it's nothing, it's always something. Stop being a liar, Faye. Also, what is Lakan? Is that just like a past form of Lahan? Because everything in that name sounds similar except for like one letter. What is this room? Have we been in here? I don't think we have. Okay, there's a lot of nuns. Somewhere. It must be somewhere. The truth that we have not yet come to know. Oh? It scared me. You're very devoted. Well, sort of. It's just that after sneaking into the capital, I started to think about a lot of things. And I've come to realize the world isn't right the way it is now. Jeez, we could have told you that a while ago. I understand you were shown Sophia's portrait. The lady portrayed in that picture is Nisan's great founding mother. Some say that it was painted at least 500 years ago. 500 years ago? Now that is quite amazing. Personally, I find it intriguing. Do you have any historical material from that period? In our hands, there are no such records left intact. All records and materials concerning Sophia have been lost. The portrait is the only thing left. We too do not have much knowledge about her. That is too bad. So there really is nothing left at all? For someone who has helped Marguerite, I would have loved to have shared them. But unfortunately, I'm unable to help here. Oh well, none the matter. Please do worry about it. Do not worry about it. I was just inquiring. It does seem somewhat strange. If such a majestic building as this survived history, then it's likely a scroll or two would remain too. According to tradition, Sophia was present about 500 years ago. She sacrificed herself for the people and has been summoned to be with God. That is all I can tell you. I see. So everything was lost in the darkness of history. Oh, that's too bad. Wait, why am I climbing the ladder? I don't mean to climb that. Well, I guess I wanted to have a lot of flavor dialogue. I could talk to the rest of the nuns. But I want none of that. Hint, hint. Alright, so let's head on back down to the town. And see what else we can do. I hope we have a place to stay. That would be great. I want to see with my own eyes what will become of this country. Maybe you will. Preparations should be starting near the border of this sex's country for the charge by the Royal Capital's army. But a miscalculated move directed on the enemy is starting to backfire on us. So we'll be taking covert action for a while. I'm on my way there now. But I thought I'd offer a prayer before I go. As a matter of fact, the guy next to me and I were born here. Years ago, we both got tired of the peaceful, but boring life here, so we ran away from home. But we both ended up enlisted in the army. It's not that we have any particularly happy memories or whatever here. It's just that, after all, this is the land of our birth, so well, you know. Alright, I'm leaving. You go do your reflections. Alright, I think it's time for us to head back. Music is rather peaceful, I will admit. Out of the way! Oh, kids just playing. That's good. Kids playing, enjoying life. Oblivious to what's going on. Ah! Young master! Why do you talk like that? The people of Nisan were most generous to allow us to rent this house, so there will be no need to seek lodgings at the inn for a while. Also, Master Sigurd wishes a word with you regarding your next move, if he may. Alright, so where is Sig? The good Master Sigurd is waiting for you inside. Okay. Thanks, Nisan. Whenever I come here, it always calms my heart. Anyway, young master, I want to work out what our plans from here on are. Alright. But before we do that, there's something I want to ask you. Me? Yeah. Alright, spill it. Hey, don't be eavesdropping. Sig, what's up with you and that Gebler officer? What's the connection between you and him? You know, you sure know a lot about Gebler for some reason. Oh, now you're just walking right in. Alright, I'll tell you. Me and Citan here. We used to live in Solaris. Solaris? You mean where Gebler's from? That's right. Solaris calls foreigners lambs. They're used as manual labor. Basically, it's slavery. Slavery? Is that where you met him? Yes, it was there. We worked for the Solaris government for a short while, but we learned to dislike their methods and escaped the first chance we had. You were friends with these people? I met you when I was a kid, and we've been together ever since then. So this would have to have happened even before then. I probably wouldn't have understood this if I had heard it earlier, but... why didn't you think I could deal with it now? Surely you could have told me about this? Especially when you had something to do with the people who are backing that Shakan idiot. I wish you told me sooner. There's nothing I can do about that now. But there's one thing I want you to believe. We left Solaris on our own will and for our own reasons. Now they've appeared before us. We can't just sit back and do nothing. If need be, I will give my life to stop them. Alright, I understand. But can you elaborate a little more? Waste no frames to sit on the bed. It's like something from Family Guy. Where is Solaris? What bugs me is this surface dwellers thing. It's as if Solaris is in another location. Like up in the clouds or something? Yes, well... Etranank, the capital of the Solaris Empire, is located in the skies above. Solaris is separated from the land by dimensional distortion fields known as gates. Passing between the two requires special means of transportation, such as an airship. To get to Ave, we stowed away on a regular flight to the surface. I came much later than Sigurd did, but I also escaped in the same way. What are lambs? That is the word Solarians use to indicate those who live on the Earth. As I said before, Such surface dwellers, or earth dwellers, are used for manual labor there. Manual labor could be anything from soldiers to administrative jobs. Solaris gathers its workforce from the land dwellers. Jobs are divided up by who is most suitable. Sometimes people are brainwashed. Brainwashed? When you, young master, were still an infant, I was used as a test subject. There was probably something they valued inside of me. You too, Doc? No. I was born in the lower city levels. It is not a complete secret. But I guess I am a Solarian. You see, you still need people to run a country. No matter how scientifically advanced you are, you have no support without people. Pure Solarians are rare. They would not even make up a quarter of Ave's total population. So they support their country by stealing surface dwellers. Yeesh. Okay, that's a bit rough. I don't even think they got paid for their jobs either. Who is that man? His name is Karen Ramses. As you know, he's the Gebler commander. Ramses? We call him Kar. In Solaris, there is an officer training school called Jugend. He became the commander after leaving there. He is a lower level citizen, the same as me. However, with his amazing abilities, after graduating, he rose through the ranks with unparalleled speed. That man had one ideal: to achieve a consolidation of all his colleagues. Even land dwellers, if they had talent, were brought into the army. So you two were picked by Ramses. No, we were not picked by him. We aligned ourselves with him. At that time, we agreed with him. At the time, Ramses was our hope. He had high ideals and wanted to change the system in Solaris. To us test subjects and lower-level citizens, he was truly all that we wished for. A benefactor? Yes, even I, a test subject, was changed by his ideals. So I wonder what changed. Then why did you leave? So why was it you wanted to flee from Solaris? We were placed in key military positions by Ramses. And thanks to that, we came to know the relationship between Solaris and the surface dwellers. The lambs, right? They weren't just using us lambs for slave labor. They also selected some of us, like me, to be used as subjects in experiments to refine their drugs. Drugs that change people's personalities, to make them more aggressive, and to draw out their latent abilities. They were using us as human guinea pigs to test their psychological alteration drugs. Human guinea pigs? Experimenting on humans? Yes, for example, Drive. That drug, and all others like it, that are used now, are byproducts of human experimentation. However, the role of such experimental subjects was not limited to just that. This drive drug is something that anyone in the Solaris army can use? At least anyone in the Gebler forces who is sent to the surface. You're worried about her, huh? I saw some in her room. No. Anyway, using slaves as guinea pigs. How low are these guys? Damn! Alright, I understand everything that we're up against. I think I get most of it. Old Maison! Go reserve the town hall for us. We'll finish talking there. I'm going outside to get some air. You alright? I should have been honest with him sooner. It is best not to worry about it. You did all you could at the time. The young one will understand. Will he, though? I guess he will, eventually. I'm sure the young master would never have dreamed of such a tale. I guess you already knew? Well, now that you ask, yes, I did. However, when Sigurd was telling his story, I thought it was best to stay quiet. Please try and help the young master come to terms with all that he has just heard. We can try. So I wonder where he went. I suppose he couldn't have gone far, right? Well, I doubt he left. Oh, there he is! He's on the bridge. I had no idea Sig had such a past. Are you still suspicious of Sigurd? Well, I mean, it was just so sudden. I kind of expected to hear something different. Like that when we were childhood rivals or something. And that's nothing compared to the story he just told us, is it? So hearing his story has you confused because it was not so simple. There was a time when he was cooperating with one of Gebler's generals. Furthermore, behind Gebler was a country that you had never even heard of. Hey, what are you picking on me for? No, I'm not picking on you or blaming anything on you. What I'm saying is this. If you think about how he feels, then you should see why he could not talk about this with you until now. Looking at the activities of Solaris toward other countries up until now, it has never gone beyond simply maintaining their own empire or self-preservation. And as you have seen, their military power is immense, so Sigurd was probably thinking ahead. First, he was probably concentrating on taking care of the problems here on the continent of Ignis. Once things were settled here, it would give him a stronger foundation to deal with Solaris later, which is a much better plan than rushing straight into a war he knew he could not win. Quite logical, really. Sounds like you understand one another pretty well. Well, it's not like we are newly acquainted, is it? And we had talked about a lot of things up until we decided to escape from Solaris. Speaking of that, why did you leave? That Ramses guy was supposed to be a star of hope or something, wasn't he? Yes, I certainly thought so at first. But then I realized his way of thinking really was not that much of a change from the previous system. Basically, the only difference was whether they stressed people's rank and class or their skill. The words had changed, but it was still no different from what Solaris itself had been doing until then. He had no intentions of bringing everyone a better way of life. In other words, he's an elitist. I don't think I like him that much either. So, Citan, do you think I can beat Gebler? Why? Are you planning on fighting them? As long as they're working with Shakan, there's no way around it. The way things are going, I'm sure we'll have to fight them sooner or later. I suppose so, but even if we were to defeat the Gebler forces here, there is still Solaris to deal with. If we are not careful, it is possible that we may get involved in a longer war than that with Shakan. Do you not agree that continuing the way we have been going is rather hard on everyone? I think it's time to try to get help from a greater number of people. So defeating Shakan's not going to get rid of the likes of Gebler. I know what you're trying to say. To vanquish Gebler, first gain thy throne, right? You could put it that way. What do you mean, you could put it that way? But then again, maybe it is time I did something about that. Alright, so we got some idea that we need to do in the long term. And let's get Bart back on the throne. Of course, being able to pull that off is not going to be so easy. Especially with Shakan still around. And they're likely going to be doubling their defenses since we broke into there before. Alright, so that was a lot of dialogue. I think it's high time we save and end the episode. And then we'll think about our plans from there. So I think we should be going to the town hall next. And that's where we'll be going over our strategy. So until then, see you later everyone. Thank you so much for watching.